We all grow up in a world that designs us to be sick. You're told that you're going to be sick some days, so get insurance because you're going to get sick and you're going to wind up in the hospital. So we plan on it. I want to change all that. We don't have to do that. Okay, we were born to be healthy. We were born to be vibrant, and we should be dancing at the age of 180 on our last day.
Dr. Lodi, tell us about your memberships. I hear that there's 3 memberships. I'd love to hear more.
The first one, and really the foundational one, is Health and Healing Group. And that group is for, instead of being specifically focused on CFCs, and you all know what that is, instead of being specifically focused on that or parasites or any other specific thing, we're going to look at health in general. We're going to define what it is, and we call it health and healing. And I want you to notice that the root word in both health and healing is heal. And so how do we heal, and how does healing take place, and what can you do to make sure that you're healing? Because actually that's what health is. Health is the ability to continually heal. Why do we continually heal? Because we continually are undergoing wear and tear, right? Just by being alive. So to be healthy is to continually be able to regenerate, rejuvenate, and procreate. We're going to talk about everything: fasting, what to eat, what not to eat, what kind of movement should I do? Are there anything I can do for my mind and my spirit, and family relationships, and you name it. Anything that is in the human experience that needs to be done in a way that will support health. And that's how it should be. So that's what we're going to be talking about. How do we get there? We'll have private membership, and I'll give a short little talk on some specific topic, and then we'll take questions and answers live, not written in, so live, so that I can interact with you. Also, there'll be content that'll vary throughout the month. That'll be practical, that you can use in your life, as well as there'll be a private community where we can all interact in real time and help each other, because you're all very knowledgeable, and I'd like you all to share that information. And then I'll pop in once in a while and keep it going. But that way we'll have a private group and we can talk about that particular subject. And this particular subject is health and healing. How do we stay healthy, or how do we restore our health, so we can talk about things related to health and healing, which are, I don't know, can you think of anything that's not related?
Can you talk about what people can expect in the Parasites group, and who would want to be a member of that group?
If you purchased the webinar on parasites, then for sure I know you're interested. I put it out there because I've found that it's a major problem. What didn't used to be parasites are now parasites to us. They're harming us. And that's because our immune systems are weak. So whether you know it or not, you're infested. So who wants to be part of this group? I guess everybody, right? You'd be surprised. And what I'm hearing from people around the world is there are some people they're literally crawling out of all orifices of their body. If you want to understand what is the parasite problem and how do you deal with it, how do you know you have it, what are the potential complications, all that stuff we're going to be talking about. And it's amazing. So each time we have one of our monthly talks, I'm going to pick a different subject that we can focus on, and you'll be shocked. I think this is probably going to be of interest to most people. I can't imagine who it would not be interested. And even your dog or cat is going to be interested in this one.
So let's talk about the CFC group real quick. Who would want to become a member?
You all know by now that we don't use the word cancer, we use the word CFCs, chronically fermenting cells, because that's exactly what it is. Why are we going to have this group? Why? Because as you know, in the Sunday Night Lives, there's all kinds of questions from people, because people all over the world are interested in their health and well-being from a different perspective, okay? But if you have CFCs, that's a big, big deal. And the reason it's a big, big deal is because when you when you find out about that, you really are faced with your own mortality. Even though if you're a thinking, conscious being, you're faced with it every day anyway. You realize that nobody on the planet has a contract with God for tomorrow. But what I want to do is shatter the myths, because there's so many myths. People hear that word and they think death, and it's not. It's not. And I can tell you that from my heart and soul. I've seen it thousands of times. It's not. Okay? It is if you follow their rules. So what I'm going to do in this group is I'm going to remind you really what it's all about. We're going to take specific topics, and I'm going to remind you that just because I've got a very rare one, it started in my fingernail. That's all. It started in your fingernail. It doesn't mean it's a rare. It's still what it is. It's still a chronically fermenting cell, but it started in your fingernail. That's all it is. You need to understand that. You need to get away from their spell that they put on you. You've not been invaded by aliens and nothing like that. This can be healed, just like anything can be healed. And that's really my goal. My goal is to let you know and to re-empower you and to give you back your power, because they take it away. They take it away. They say, you got to rush over here by Tuesday, we're going to judge it. And then when I talk to you and I find out you've been through war, it's no different than being on the front lines. Anyway, it shouldn't have to be that way, and it isn't that way. So I want to educate you so that you can protect yourself and heal. And you can heal. I'm telling you, you can heal. I've seen people that were told they had 3 weeks. 10, 15 years later, they're fine. We all grow up in a world that designs us to be sick. You're told that you're going to be sick someday, so get insurance because you're going to get sick and you're going to wind up in the hospital. So we plan on it and we do it. So anyway, I want to change all that. We don't have to do that. Okay, we were born to be healthy. We were born to be vibrant, and we should be dancing at the age of 180 on our last day.